Hello and welcome to Automation1 2.10 release update. My name is Daniel Hong, and I am a controls product manager at Aerotech. Today, we'll be going over a few of the key features released in 2.10. Secure communications are no longer in beta as of 2.10. Galvo Calibration EasyTune saw some changes and are currently still in beta. We also saw several improvements in Studio, including the new Conditional Plotting feature and custom tuning recipes. We also saw several improvements to our controller and APIs. Now let's begin with the features in beta. The Galvo Calibration module allows users to create, mark, and measure files directly within Automation1 Studio. This can be used for general applications with a calibration file, or for 2D Galvo applications. Users are prompted for total rows, columns, and units. As of 2.10, users are now able to add, edit, upload, and remove any calibration files from the module. We also have added better keyboard compatibility within the module, allowing users to tab through selections as if it were an Excel file. Gantry EasyTune has been updated with even more improvements. Now, EasyTune applies a custom performance target for both rigid and flexible gantries, providing users more accurate tuning depending on the gantry type. C transformations on drive-based controllers have also seen some minor improvements and now allow for custom kinematic trajectories at the trajectory generation level. This was a part of the Automation1 as of 2.9. Now, to go over the features exiting beta. Secure communications is now fully released for users. Automation1 functions on a client-server architecture, and secure communications use TLS protocol to encrypt the communication between the Studio, the ISMC, MachineApps, status utility, and the APIs. This makes access control on our drive-based controllers possible. In addition to what is available in the beta, a pop-up screen will now show up when connecting to new systems for the first time over Ethernet. This screen will not show up when connecting over a local connection, such as with USB. Several new functions have been added to the APIs in order to support secure communications. Please refer to the help file for the exact details on each of these new functions. With the full release of secure communication, access control on drive-based controller is also now fully supported. Access control gives managers the ability to restrict users from different process HMIs depending on the user's access level. This allows companies to protect their process, part profile, process data, and more. The Connect USB function is now available to overload the APIs in order to connect over USB with a username and password on a drive-based controller, with access control enabled. Studio will now notify you when you fail to log into a controller due to your Windows restrictions or user credentials. In general, access control will allow users to limit users from specific MachineApp APIs on a case-by-case basis, based on their access level, which can range from custom to all MachineApps. With this feature now included, drive-based controllers are once again more versatile than ever before, and another step closer to the capabilities of a PC-based controller. Now, let's review the recent improvements in Automation1 Studio. Conditional Plotting is now available in Automation1. In order to access it, open up the Configure Signals tab in Automation1 and click on the new Advanced Properties pop-up. This will give you access to several conditionals that you can add, including error, command, feedback, and the ranges you want to plot differently. In addition to color variation, Conditional Plotting allows you to plot hidden plots and different colors. You can even achieve a gradient-like effect by defining multiple conditionals with varying colors. Industrial Ethernet mappings are also possible, as well as PSO plotting. Additionally, data collection has undergone several improvements in order to support conditional plotting, including plot previews and industrial Ethernet mappings for both plot components and data collection presets. EasyTune has been improved to account for machine setup, enabling current loop feed-forward axes with a linear drive and high-resolution feedback on mechanical devices. Furthermore, custom recipes are now supported within EasyTune. This will allow us to provide customers working with our support teams more catered tuning support. This includes our CST, GTS, and MRG group. As mentioned previously with EasyTune, machine setup will now calculate the current loop setup and feed-forward advanced parameters for axes using a linear amplifier and a mechanical device with high-resolution feedback. In addition, Studio now allows you to launch machine setup from the banner at the top of the application if you haven't yet completed it. Now, let's go over the controller improvements in this release. Starting with MachineApps, indicators have undergone several improvements. You can now refer to indicators by stream name instead of ID, making indicators even more user-friendly for developers. In addition, we have added the ability to add multiple conditionals to your indicator, giving developers even more freedom for tracking changes in our process visually. While previously this only applied to indicators, you can now also programmatically change the state of buttons. All of these changes can be accessed within the buttons and indicator screen when creating a machine app. Please note that the option to programmatically modify your button and indicators must be enabled from the button and indicator setup screen before it becomes available within a specific machine app. This is to prevent any mishaps that may occur from the accidental enabling or disabling of a button or indicator programmatically. PSO has also gone through several improvements, now allowing users to use drive data capture to capture the values of the PSO distance and window counters. The new conditional plot feature will also now take data from PSO in order to conditionally plot when the process PSO is active. This will be useful for customers aiming to better visualize their process and PSO's impact on their process. Furthermore, manual control of lasers at 20 kHz on servo drives is now available for customers. This laser signal can be used in conjunction with PSO or as the PSO output. Now, let's review the API improvements in 2.10. Several functions have been added to each API in order to support secure communication and access control. If customers would like to enable access control in their APIs on a drive-based controller. Several convenience functions have also been added to the APIs in order to have an easier time uploading and downloading functions from a computer onto the controller. In addition, you can now change configured industrial Ethernet for Modbus and EtherCAT through the .NET, C, and Python APIs. Now, lastly, let's go over improvements in the help file and a few bug fixes and compatibility changes. The Automation1 help file is continuing to improve now with improvements to the search functionality and several topic overview pages. New overview pages will continue to be added as we aim to make it easier for customers to navigate our product. Several bug fixes and compatibility changes have been made in this release. So please refer to the Automation1 2.10 release notes for full details on any changes that might impact your process. As usual, thank you very much for watching this release video, and I hope it was informative. Automation1 constantly aims to improve and make the best experience possible for our users. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.